week because I sold my multi-million dollar coaching business, but what I learned after was far more valuable and is actually why I want to be able to share with you right now. Because see, a few years ago, I hit the goal most coaches just dream of. I had a multi-7-figure business. I sold the company. It was a nice exit. But the truth is, what no one saw behind the scenes was we made it a hell of a lot harder than it needed to be as well. And what I'm going to be able to take you through in this quick session is what is going to be the highest converting funnel. Now, what I'm going to do, what we're going to look at is go, all right, what does a 10K a month plan look like? Because I want you to go, what's the fastest way to go from 10K a month to 10K a week to 10K every single day? And you'll see that there is different setups and processes. So we've got to bolt on these systems, and you're going to know how to actually bolt on these systems as we go through this process, which is really important for you. Because since selling the company, very thankfully, I've been behind the scenes and have been able to clock over 750 hours that's been consulting 6, 7, 8, and 9-figure online businesses. Now, I started to reverse engineer what worked the most because let's be brutally honest right now. Like if we just go, hey, what you've probably been doing to try and get clients and grow your business, it hasn't been working. The stuff that used to work doesn't work anymore, and it's probably getting harder, more expensive, more confusing, which is why, well, to tell you the truth, you wouldn't be here with me right now if you didn't have those problems. So my job right now is to get rid of those problems right now and show you how to be able to actually grow your business so much faster as we go through this. And it turns out what you can build is a really high revenue, but more importantly, a high margin, a high profit business with just one simple funnel to start with, a tiny team, and 0 sales calls if you don't want to have to do them as well. And I'll go into that in this session as well. But let me actually break this down for you because this is actually going to be super simple. One of the highest converting processes that we see right now is what we actually call the D to close funnel rate. So we have content and ads done very specifically at the top of funnel. So this is to get to people that don't know you to know you and to make sure that they start to see you as the person that is going to be able to give them what they want. Now, what we do is we take them from very specific content, we get them to engage in an automated DM sequence. We have specific follow-ups and the tech stuff because it's really important that you have that automations and the AI working for you right now. That's why you're going to be able to go from 10K a month to 10K a week to 10K a day is because we have automations in this process to be able to take you through. So what we do is we go from content, engage in DMs, automated DMs. There's no VAs, there's not you back there, completely automated process that we're doing. We get them to an offer. We give them the offer in a very specific way to make sure we have the highest conversions. They're an offer, it takes them to a checkout page. What do they do on the checkout page? They put in their details, their credit card, they click pay, you get money, and then we start the onboarding system as well. Now, really importantly, what I wanted to say before is like you can do this without sales calls. Now, some coaches, consultants, creators want to do sales calls as well on the economic model. Means that they should actually be doing sales calls as well, which is perfectly fine. Now, it's really important to know we can still run this process, but make it a hell of a lot easier. How do we do that? Same process, very engineered content at top of funnel. We still engage them in the DMs. We still have an automated DM sequence. This is where it goes a little bit different now. Strategically, we have to decide, is it better to run a VSL or an offer doc that gets them to book a call, get warmed up, show up to Zoom, and then be able to have that sale done as well. Because when you have this process, this is the idea of having you being able to work, or you can be at the gym, or you can be doing school pickup, or you can be sleeping, and you're still going to be able to make sales. Now, obviously, you can't make sales sleeping if you're the one showing up for the actual calls, but we can do that whether you've got a team doing it or whether we're doing the actual D to close funnel as well. Now, what's really important in this process, and something I want to make sure where you can just use it, I want you to be able to at least walk away from this knowing what it is you need to do to be able to grow your business. And that is actually understanding that there needs to be a roadmap for you to follow. You need to know what the current constraint is in your business so that you just work on that one thing. I think the biggest reason why I'm able to actually get coaches and content creators to be able to build their business faster is because I'm actually stopping them from doing 100 different things and we just work on one thing. The way that we do that is we use what we've created as the rainmakers roadmap. So the idea here is to get to all of the actual playbooks installed in your business. Now we have a very simple but highly effective self-evaluation process to know what it is that you need to be able to do. And we need to start you off at the bottom playbooks. This is the foundation for everything to build on. But then we know, like, it's very mechanical, it's very engineered, how to go from the foundation and then being able to go from 30 to 100K a month, and being able to go from the growing up stage of really ensuring you start to go from above the 100K a month to more the 300 grand a month. Because remember, the whole point here is to get to $10,000 a day, which is about the $300,000 a month. Now, I don't just plug that number out of, I call it the rectal extraction method, pulling it out of my bum. It's very specific because there is the growth stages in ones, threes, and tens. And so there's very specific changes inside of a business, whether it's doing 100,000 a month, about 300,000 a month to $1 million a month. And then the next jump is 3 million a month and beyond that, but ones, threes, and tens. And to understand that typically there is a huge difference between when you get to 300,000 a month to $1 million a month, because the business, the actual structure of the business, the team in the business, all of those sort of things, that has to change. But the premise is, at least, let's get you to at least 300,000 a month. Then you can make the decision if you want to be able to go on from there. So it's understanding right now when you look at the roadmap, and you have to answer, do you have these systems in your business? Do you have content that captivates, an irresistible offer? Are you able to have your onboarding and fulfillment done properly? Do you have a monthly KPI dashboard? Are you able to go on a 30-day vacation and go dark for 1 month out of every year? Do you have an executive dashboard? Do you have $1 million micro? You see what I'm getting at as we go through this process. You've got to be able to answer. But again, it's coming back to, and why I wanted to have the premise, the foundation of what we're sharing right now, is we start with this, because once we have one funnel built inside of your business, you are able to reliably, predictably get leads and make sales. And then we can continue to, once we have that system set up, then that's it. And this is just one playbook. What we're calling right now one of the most highest converting funnels that I want to help you put inside of your business is just one of the playbooks. And we continue to layer those on, because you could literally take a screenshot of all this right now and build it yourself, and you'd be ahead of 90% of the market. You can totally do that. I've got no qualms with it. Please do if you want to. But if you want to walk away from this knowing, and you don't want to have complexity, you don't want to have a massive team, you definitely don't want to sell your soul by you having to get on 20 sales calls a week, then I highly suggest you join us inside of the Rainmakers Circle, because I do it in a way where it's really low cost for you to be able to get in. It's an absolute no-brainer, because the idea of it is, I want to make sure that me and my team, we're in your corner. We're reviewing your ads. We're refining your funnel. We're literally writing your copy. We're being able to make sure you're customizing it exactly what it is to your target market and positioning you in your market so that your competitors aren't stealing your clients. And that's what Rainmakers Circle is really built for. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about funnels. I've got to be honest. If I was to give you the goddamn honest truth, this isn't about funnels, what I want to share. It's not about ads. It's not about revenue. It's about building a business that actually gives you your life back, that funds your freedom, that gives you your time back, and lets you be fully present in your day-to-day life. So whether you're with your kids, with your partner, for your own health, and shit, dare I even say it, for you to actually be able to have fun as well. That's the complete reason why I burnt down my last business, is because I did it wrong. And I want to help you be able to build that business that truly funds the life that you want. So if you're done grinding for low margins, and if you want the help to be able to step through to finally see if it works for you, to make sure that what we're doing inside of the circle is exactly what it is for you to fit, there is barely any risk to make sure you get started. And also, just FYI as we go through this is, if you're seeing this, it's still available. Otherwise, I would have to take this video down. But I am personally going to be holding your strategy session, so you will be on the next page actually being able to book in a call with me, moi. We go through, we create your entire strategy for what needs to happen in the next 7, 30, 90, and 365 days. You know the exact layout of what it is that you need to be working on, because there is no cookie cutter stuff here. And also, I'll be writing your copy as well. Now, I can only do that for so many people. So if you're seeing this, I'm still available to it. Otherwise, I take this down and you've just missed out forever. So that would be a huge bummer. So I highly suggest go in, jump through, check it out, make sure it's a great fit, and you'll be booking in a call super soon with me, and you'll see us as a team. and we'll be able to actually build something that you really enjoy.